I obviously don't look like myself. This is going to be my Halloween tutorial of 2016. I decided to do, I can't talk very well. I decided to do the Cheshire Cat. Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite movies ever. And I actually got a lot of inspiration from Amanda Ensing. So I'm going to go ahead and link her video down below because I did get a lot of my inspiration from her video and I want to make sure that I give her credit. Well, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It does take a while to get down. I definitely wish I would have practiced the mouth before I got on camera, but you know what? It's okay. It all worked out. Yeah, I hope you guys all have a fantastic Halloween. Make sure all of you guys are safe and you have lots and lots of fun, okay? I love you guys so much and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Alright, so I started out with my foundation and concealer already on, and I'm going to start by filling in my eyebrows with just my normal brown taupey eyebrow powder that I have. And I'm just going to lightly fill those in. And then I'm going to add a pink eyeshadow using the Urban Decay Electric palette and using the shade Savage. And I'm just going to kind of lightly start putting that through my brows lightly. I did it the opposite way on the other brow and I didn't like it as much, so I had to go back a few times and fix it. So I decided this was probably a better idea for me. So once you're done with the brows, you're going to go ahead and move into eyeshadow. I'm going to take the shade Nougat from the Too Faced Semi-Sweet palette. And then I'm just going to put that in my crease as my transition shade. It's just kind of a light pink. You could even take a light blush, whatever you want to use. And I'm going to go in with that same Savage shade and start packing that onto my lid. This kind of took a few layers. It really depends on how crazy you want your lid. So I kind of just started out with a sheer light layer and I kind of started to move it into my crease little by little. And I just added a few more layers on top to make it more vibrant. Then I'm going to go into the shade Jilted from the same palette, which is just a kind of multi-dimensional fuchsia. I'm going to start adding that into my crease. You can't really see the duochrome because I'm blending it out so much, but I really love how these two colors look together. And I think that it's very Cheshire Cat-like. So once you blend that in, I wanted to start building my bottom lash line. So I took Savage and I blended that, connecting it all the way to the outside of my eyeshadow because I want it to be kind of a cat eye shape. And then going back in with Jilted, kind of adding a little bit more. And then I took Jilted on my lower lash line as well, just to kind of have everything match. And then I'm going to go into the shade Urban, which is a beautiful dark purple, and I'm going to start adding that to my outer corner and into my crease. These colors were actually really easy to blend. I've never actually used pink and purple together, but these really worked well together, and I think that they are the perfect colors for this look. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm just going to keep adding more blending until I'm happy with the color. So you can really adjust this to how much you like purple or pink. And then adding the same urban color to my lower lash line. Then I'm taking the shade Revolt, which is a beautiful shimmery silver, and I'm adding that to my inner corner. And then I'm going to just take whatever's left over and put it in the center of my lid. I kind of wish I would have grabbed like a pink glitter, but I still kind of like how it came out, so it worked out. And then we're going to start doing some eyeliner. You want this to be pretty bold. I'm using the Stila Stay All Day liquid liner, and I'm just doing a very elongated wing. So you just want to do that. Or, I mean, if you're not comfortable with wing liner, you don't have to do it. But I think it really made this look well. And I actually did the inner corners to try and make it more cat-like, but I didn't film it because I was out of frame. And then I just took a Jordana pencil liner and I just filled my lower lash line and I blended out the black with that pink. You just want to make that connect. And do the exact same thing to the other side. I cannot speak English today. Do the exact same thing to the other side. So that's how it's going to come out. The inner corners were hard for me. I was like this the entire time, out of frame. Alright, and then you're just going to curl your lashes, apply some mascara, and then for fake lashes, I'm going to use the Cocoa lashes in the style Queen Bee, which I really, really loved. I didn't have my Goddess lashes. I would have rather used those, but whatever. For my nose, I'm going to take Too Faced's Melted Matte Lipstick in the shade Unicorn and start building my nose. I did this in fast motion because it was taking me so long. So I started filling it in with a brush, and I noticed that I didn't have the amount of purple that I wanted, so I just started applying it to my nose, and it was a lot faster and actually a lot easier. So I did that first. Then I had to wait a few seconds for it to dry. And then I wanted to put a little bit of dimension to it, so I'm adding ColourPop Sundae on top, just kind of in the center, you know, just blending it in. It didn't have to be perfect, which this is what I love about this look, is because it's Alice in Wonderland, not everything is normal, everything is mad, so it can be a little bit crazy. Now we're starting on the mouth. The mouth was hard for me. It took a long time, so I sped this up. Pretty much what you want to do is you want to take a black eyeliner and draw the outline of your smile. This actually wasn't the hardest part for me. It was the teeth that were giving me the hardest part. So I went ahead and I just drew the smile. You want to have it pretty elongated. Pretty proud. And then just continue it. I brought it pretty low down to my chin, just because that's what I was feeling. So I did that, and then I'm just going to start doing the teeth, which the teeth are the hardest part for me. But the great thing about this look is the Cheshire Cat teeth, I mean, they can be imperfect, and it kind of makes them more crazy looking, which I liked. So I just did little rectangles all over, and then doing it at the top and bottom. I probably should have put one closer down onto my lip because it was a lot harder to cover with black later, but you know what, it worked out. So I'm just going to do this, and then you want to start filling it in. One thing I wish I would have done was used a paint to fill it in, because this was not working for me really well. I ran out of my pencil and I didn't bring my sharpener to my boyfriend's house. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So I started with a pencil, and then once I ran out, I went into my Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner in the shade Black, and it was a lot better, but I still kind of wish I would have used the paint. It would have just been way more black and a lot easier to use. So you want to do that and fill in everything. And then I used my NYX white eyeliner and I started filling in the teeth. This as well, I should have just used a paint from the costume store because this was pretty patchy. I was doing the best I could, and I just ended up taking more of that gel liner to clean up the sides of the teeth. But yeah, it all takes practice. And then you definitely want to shade the outside of your mouth. So I'm using Licorice from that same Too Faced Semi-Sweet palette. And I'm just lightly blending the edges. This is going to give a lot of dimension, and it kind of blurs, like if you made a little mistake on the smile, it definitely will fix that. It's kind of hard, though, to not get it past. I got it a little bit past my drawing towards my Cupid's bow, but you'll see how I fix it a little bit later. So I'm going back in with that shade Savage, and I wanted to blend the outer parts where I put that black eyeshadow, just to kind of make it blend a little bit easier and bring out more of the pink, because the Cheshire Cat is pink. So I just blended that really lightly all over, and then just used a blending brush and tried to blend it as well as I could, because as you guys can see, the Cupid's bow was giving me a hard time. So after that, I went in with that same Savage shade, and I just used a little duo fiber brush, and I just wanted to start applying some pink to kind of my contouring / blushing areas and my temples, just to kind of give the outside of my face more of a pink dimension. So I just did this, and then I took that Jilted shade, kind of more as my deeper shade, for my contouring spots. So I just did that until I was happy with the color, and then I just contoured my nose with that pink as well. So I did that, and then to fix kind of the mouth and distract it, I wanted to do some whiskers, because obviously he's a cat. So I started with using a black gel liner, and then I decided to add a little bit of that same unicorn shade after. This is just kind of me detailing with the black. So, yeah. And then I also, to fix the Cupid's bow, I just put a little bit connecting my nose to my mouth. And then taking that unicorn shade, like I said, I added a little bit to my whiskers, which added a lot more pink, and it was fun. And then I added that same white eyeliner I used for my teeth to my whiskers, because one side was not picking up the pink, and I was like, well, this is just not gonna do. So that was it for the painting, and then my last step that I did was I took the Jeffree Star Skin Frost in the shade Lavender Snow, which is a lavender highlighter, and it is so, so pretty. And you can add as much highlighter as you want, girl. Do what you want. I was going ham. So I did that, and once you're done with your highlighter, you are all done with this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you got some inspiration. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys have an amazing Halloween. Bye!